I have a market in less than 2 weeks, so it's definitely crunch time. Hi, welcome back. I'm Allison. This is Wonder Crochet. Today I am market prepping. I have a local market that I'm going to. It's just a small market to get my feet wet. If you watched my market prep video last year, then you saw that I was market prepping for a market that never happened, unfortunately. And I found myself just so busy last year that I wasn't able to go to a market at all that whole year. But I'm fitting at least one in this year, and it's in less than 2 weeks. It's a spring market, which will be a lot of fun since spring is just my favorite season. But it's just so wild to think that I haven't done a market yet. So I want to show you today everything that I have prepped for the market, and also all of the supplies that I've gotten, how much they cost, and just everything that I got for my table. Again, it's just to try to get my feet wet, see how everything goes, see what sells, what doesn't, if I really enjoy doing markets, and I'm just excited to try it out, and I'm excited to just do something different. I didn't really think about how much stuff I still didn't have for my table specifically, and how much stuff I wanted to have on there. I've looked at a lot of different table setups and different market prep videos that a lot of crocheters have made, and that has helped me get an idea of the things that I want on my table, or the things that I don't really feel are necessary for me. But of course, I truly won't know until I actually go to the market and see if I like the things that I got for my table. I'm excited to see how everything is when it is all set up at the market as well. So let's go through everything that I have prepped for the market plushie wise, and then I'll go through all of the supplies that I got as well. So for the plushies, I have a lot. A lot of these are not market makes. I know that smaller makes tend to sell better at markets, and I get that. A lot of plushies are impulse purchases, but I'm obviously doing this because I want to try it out. I've always wanted to do a market, but also to see if I can clean out some inventory. I'm out of space for plushies, and just from designing patterns over the past 4 or 5 years, I've just gathered a ton of things. So I have this big bin here, and I have 2 other bins as well. I'm not going to go through every single plushie that I have made because we would be here for a long time, but I'm going to go through just kind of an idea of the things that I have. I have some animals. Now this is a spring themed market, so I wanted to have some things that would be great for springtime, but also good for Easter, because this market is right before Easter. So I feel like if anyone wants to buy something for their kids, for their Easter basket, I wanted to make sure that I had some cute things. So I have this fuzzy white duck, and then this regular chenille white duck. I have some spring themed things like flower frogs, and these are a little bit smaller. And then I also have several puppies and kittens. And I feel like these are, well, hopefully they're going to sell well. All of you that have sold these puppies and kittens at markets say that they sell well, which is wonderful to hear. So I have a lot of these, and I'm most excited to bring these because they're like my favorite patterns that I've designed. And then I also have a few smaller things. I have these little buckets of sand, and I'm going to put a little octopus on top. I think I have 2, but I can't find the other one right now. I have mini turtles, and I also have, I have mini puppies and kittens, a little popping teapot frog. And then I also have a few surprise lattes as well. So I do have some smaller makes. It's not that I don't have any, I just don't have probably as many as I should, but and we'll see. I don't know how many people are going to be there, so you never know these things. So I have that whole bin, and then this one as well. And I'm not sure how many of these are actually going to fit on the table. I'll go over all of that when I get to the supplies, but I'm going to bring these bins and kind of put them behind the tables so I can keep taking stuff out as it hopefully sells. So I have a lot of desserts in this bin, desserts and food. I have these 3 ice cream cones. These are great because they only take me an hour to make, and they're a pretty decent size, so I feel like I can price them well for a market. I also have some trolls, and I feel like this will just be good to, you know, get people's attention at the booth. I have this one, I have this silly blue one, and these are just fun. And then another thing to get people's attention at the booth, I can't pick up this bin here because it's too heavy, but it's a bin full of jumbo plushies. So I'm going to bring these. I don't know if they're going to sell. I know that jumbo plushies don't sell that well at markets, but they are great for, you know, getting people's attention. They're nice and big and huggable. So I have this mermaid and I have this frog pillow. All the other plushies are my patterns. This one is by Curious Papaya and I love her animal pillow series. Really cute. I actually think that this one might sell because who doesn't want a cute frog pillow for springtime? Just cuddle up with it, you know? I have this jumbo cupcake. I need to make a cherry for the top of it. I have another smaller cupcake that I need to make the cherry on top. I stole the cherries for like other projects that I was doing and I never replaced them. And then I have a few flower pillows as well. So I have the floppy daffodil pillow. I have a tulip pillow, so these will be really great even just for the display since it is a spring market. I have a forget-me-not, and then I have a jumbo octopus and a jumbo pink shark. So I really have a little bit of everything. What I don't have much of are the smaller items. So I think today we'll make some keychains because keychains are just really like a small, pretty cheap impulse purchase. I want to at least have some of those. So if people, you know, don't have much to spend and want a little something, then we'll make some of those today. So those are all of the plushies that I am bringing, besides the small keychains that we'll be making, and anything else little that I'm able to make in the next week and a half. I'm not going to stress myself out though. I have a lot of inventory to bring, so I'm not going to stress myself out about making a lot more stuff. Okay, let's get into the supplies that I bought. It's more than I thought that it would be, and I'll tell you how much I spent at the end here. But as I mentioned before, I watched a lot of market prep videos to see what everyone had and also looked at their tables. I didn't want to go too crazy for my first market. I think that once I go, I'll see what works, what doesn't work, and then I can kind of adjust from there. So first I got tablecloths. Well, actually first I got tables. So I got two. Are they 6 feet or 8 feet? I can't remember. I think I got two 6-foot tables and I'm going to put them in an L in the booth. I also got a tent, and the tent is a 10-foot tent. So that would make sense, right? It's a 10-foot tent. So I did the math so that the L would just fit in the tent. Editing Allison here, the tables are indeed 6 feet. So the tables and the tent were definitely the most expensive. I tried to look for cheaper ones on Marketplace or thrifting, and I unfortunately couldn't find any, so I did have to pay full price for those, which I wouldn't really recommend. So if you can find them secondhand, I think that would definitely be the best. But those for sure were the biggest expense. And then I also got tablecloths. And I got the stretchy ones that fit over and go underneath the feet just because it's so windy where I live and it's the windy season. Like, we've been getting tornado warnings and stuff around this time of year, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't have a tablecloth that could blow away or blow up and knock stuff over. So I got these ones. I still need to take them out, wash them, steam them. So I think I'll do that today or tomorrow. And then with the tablecloths, I wanted to have something that had my business name on it and also said what I do and sell. I was going to get a tablecloth or a table runner that had my logo on it, which is this. I commissioned an artist to draw this for me several years ago, and it's really cute and I love to use it on a lot of my branding. However, if you're walking past a table and you see this, the Wonder Crochet is so small that you might not know what I do or what it is. You can obviously look at the plushies and everything. I wanted it to be bigger, so I designed a new logo and I drew this on Procreate, which I'm very excited about. I actually used a font from Canva for the font, and then I drew everything else, which was a lot of fun. It's not perfect because I did draw it, but I think that makes it a little bit more special for me. But here it is, and it's a table runner, so this will go over the top of the table and this will be hanging down the front. And I really like how it turned out, and the print turned out really well. Like, the colors are so accurate, but it says Wonder Crochet handmade with love and yarn. And I drew these little flowers and the scalloping here and the yarn ball and hook and everything. So this was a lot of fun. I'm the most excited about this for my booth. I think it'll just add a little bit of something to it, and I want to be consistent with branding and everything, and you know, you want people to see your name at these markets. I got these bags. I wanted to make sure that I had bags for people when they buy stuff, and I've heard that the kind of see-through mesh bags are great because people can see your plushies in there and see people carrying them around, and it's like a little bit of free marketing. These ones cinch close. These are a little bit smaller than I thought that they would be, so I think that I have to order some bigger ones as well because a lot of the plushies won't fit in here. You know, like I don't want to be struggling with this for oh. Well, he's upside down. He looks like he's in air jail. Well, I did get him to fit, but he's really scrunched in there, and I don't think I want that. So I'll use this for the smaller plushies, and then I think I'm gonna get some bigger bags as well. So I got these ones, and I actually got some smaller ones too. I have some stickers that I'll show you. So this will be good for the stickers. And this will be good for the keychains as well. And then as far as accepting payments and everything like that, I'm going to have a cash box there, and I also use Square. So Square is really great for small businesses. I have a card reader that I just plug into my phone, and people can also tap to pay on my phone. And that's also where I'm going to be keeping track of what I sell, because I can input the plushie there, how much it costs, and how much I sold right on there. So I'll be using Square for that. So I'm going to put this sticker somewhere on my booth just so that people know that these are the payments that I do take. Obviously, it'd be great if people pay cash. It's pretty easy, but this is easy as well. They just need to swipe. And then I wanted to get some things to display the plushies in and not just have them all sitting there on the table, because that would be hard to see if there are plushies behind other plushies. You know, it just gives the eye different places to look. So I got these little baskets. Actually, this one is pretty big. I got them on clearance at Michael's, so they were only a couple dollars, and I have two different sizes. I'm going to put price tags on the front and just have the same priced items in here. So I'll probably do some mini stuff in here, and then maybe I'll do like the ice cream cones or dessert ones in here. And along those same lines of plushie display items, I got these little chairs. These again were on clearance at Michael's, and they're these little garden chairs that I can have the little plushies sit in. I feel like this will be a good thing to have like featured plushies there, and they can sit on these little chairs, and then once they sell, then I can replace it with another one. And I have 3 of these. I just think they're cute. They're something different, definitely springy, so I like that specifically for this market and this time of year. And then I also have this crate. I have packing supplies and stuff that I need to clean out of here, but I'm going to put plushies inside here and then up top here. I'm thinking the jumbo ones will be good for up top, and they fit inside too. So I think I might do that for the jumbo ones. I also got these acrylic risers, and these will be nice because I can put kind of medium-sized plushies on here, and it'll be nice because you'll be able to see them. It's almost like they're sitting on little bleachers. I will say what I don't like about these is you can see fingerprints or like any dust and dirt so easily on these. I've hardly touched them. I just feel like they're so dirty already. So I'll definitely have to bring some Windex and wipe these down. I know that there will be plushies sitting on them, but I don't want them to look dirty, you know? So I think that this will be nice to have to display plushies, but I think if I was getting them again, I would get them colored and not clear, just because they get dirty so easily. I also am selling stickers at the market. So I have my crocheting animal design stickers. So I'm going to sell these. These are obviously the least expensive thing that I'm selling. So, you know, if someone just wants to get something little, then a sticker is great for that. And I'll also be selling sticker sheets too. It's nice to have a little bit different items and things that are not necessarily crocheting, especially if a crocheter comes to the booth. A lot of people know how to crochet already, so they might not necessarily buy a plushie, but they might buy a crocheting animal sticker to, you know, decorate their planner or something like that. And the last display item I have is this little stand for keychains. We'll have to make some keychains today, but I think this is nice because it spins. Again, it's just a cheap acrylic stand, but it's nice to have some different items than just plushies. I know that there'll be plushie keychains, but you know, keychain stickers, it's nice to have a little variety. And then I also made these two little signs. What I realized is I don't have like a social media sign, like a follow me. So I think I'll have to make something like that, but I do have this one. It says want to learn how to crochet, and it has a little QR code for my learn how to crochet course. I think this will be really nice because, you know, maybe if they see the plushies and they want to learn how to make them themselves, then I'll have this right here to point them to. And then I have another one that says already know how to crochet and it has a QR code here, and this leads to my shop where I sell my patterns. So if any crocheters come up and say like, hey, I could make that, you can. Here's the pattern. So I believe that's everything that I have for my table. I can't do a table preview because I don't have enough room anywhere in my house to set up the tables. So this is going to be a fly by the seat of my pants type of thing. So the total that I spent for all of this was around $200. And I know that a lot of people can't make that commitment. I will say though, the tables and the tent were by far the most expensive. So if you can get those secondhand, then that will save tons of money. But again, I'll link everything that I got in the video description. So if you saw anything that you like, then definitely check that out. I'll definitely have a video of the table setup, a little bit of the market if I have time, and obviously how everything went after it's all said and done. So right now, let's do a little bit of prep. Let's make some keychains. I have these little bow keychains that I made. This one here is the pattern by Crochet by Jenna. It's so cute. And then this one, just for a little bit of a different bow, I just freehanded this one. So I made a few more that I'm going to put on here. I'm gonna do every other peg here because they're kind of long and I don't want them to like hit into each other. I want them to lay nicely. And I don't know how many are going to sell. I mean, I did the bows specifically because the market that I'm going to, it's at a coffee shop, and the coffee shop, their whole brand is bows. And you know, bows are still in. So I wanted to do a couple. I did some white ones. Let me grab those. I made a few white ones last night. Oh, the sun's coming out. The lighting might be a little bit weird, sorry. Okay, so I did white ones, and then for the last spot, I want to do like dark purple. I wanted to do black, but I'm actually completely out of black yarn, so I'm gonna do some purple ones. And then on the bottom, I was thinking of doing little keychains for cat and dog heads. Let me show you what I mean. Here's one of the purple bows that I made last night, so I'm going to make one more, and I still need to put the keychain top on it. So I have these keychains, and then I attach them with these little rings in the middle here. And I just used needle nose pliers to do that, and the keychains were really cheap. So I started on these last night. I haven't finished them yet, but I used my mini kitten pattern to make these little kitten heads, and I thought that this would be a cute keychain idea. I started making this one too, although this one looks like, what's that movie? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I'll pop a picture in here. I need to finish crocheting this one. I ran out of stuffing downstairs and I was too lazy to come upstairs to get more because it was already late. I'm going to finish these. They need noses and whiskers and the top of the keychain. So I think I'll make, there's 8 pegs. I think I'll just do one of each. Again, I don't know how well these are going to sell or not. This is all just going to be testing it out. So I think I'll do one of each. If they sell, great. If they don't, that's okay. So I'm going to do 4 kittens and 4 puppies. So I'll do one on each of the pegs. But let's finish up these kittens and then you can help me decide what color I should do for the 4th one. There is our little kitten. It still looks like that thing. But there's our little kitten. I did the face shaping on it, and now I just need to do the nose and the whiskers. So for the nose, I am using some pink felt. I know it's really bright today, which is wonderful. It was so cloudy yesterday. It doesn't look like pink, but it is pink. And then I used some embroidery thread to make the little whiskers on it. It's my favorite part. So let me do all of that, and then we'll put the keychains on and hang them on the little thing. Oh, I forgot to do the last bows. That's okay. We'll finish the kittens first, and then I'll do the last purple bow. There's our white kitten finished. The whiskers just really finish it off, you know, like the whiskers I think are the best part. And then there's this one, which turned out cute after all. So I am going to add the keychains on here, and then we can make one more and finish up our bows as well. So this is pretty simple, but let me show you how I put the keychains onto the little plushies. So I grab one of these and one of these tiny little rings, and then I use the needle nose pliers and I just hold on to one end of the little ring and grab my kitten here, and I want it to hang about right there in the center. So I will just weave this in, and I like to go under like 2 stitches if I can, just to make sure that it really stays on there and it doesn't come off. So I weaved it in under 2 of the stitches, and then I will grab the little key ring and place it on there, and then I will just pinch this shut with the pliers. Make sure that it's closed pretty well, that there's no gaps, so the keychain doesn't slip off of there. And then I'll just rotate the key ring around so it's on the bottom and you can't see it there. It's a little kitten keychain. Simple as that. I made the 4th kitten keychain, and I decided to do a little Siamese cat, and I think it's really cute. So I have all 4 of the kittens done, and I put the keychain on the purple bow, and good news, I found a little bit of black yarn. So I made a black bow because I knew that it would look really cute, and it did. So I have a purple one, I have a black one, and then I have my pink and white one. So let's put it all on the little stand and see how they look. They look super cute. There's all the bows, and then here are our kittens, and obviously I'm going to add the puppy heads to the back, but I really like it. It's something different and something just little to have on the market table. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun prepping and showing you everything that I have ready for this market. I'm really excited about it, and I'm excited to tell you how it goes as well. But I'm the most excited to get out there in the community and meet some people and, you know, just get out of the craft room for once. Also, if you do markets, I would love any advice in the comments. If I'm missing anything, or if there's something that you do that works really well for you, I'd love to hear it. So if you don't already, give me a follow over on my Instagram. I post all my new projects and fun over there, and also come hang out with us on Patreon. I just did a really big announcement over on Patreon, so if you want to see that, head over there and check it out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.